Going wide in the blocker side of Hogberg.
Hey all, Rick here for another Bridgeport Soundtangers, Islanders, whatever you want to name them, video as we take on Rochester American. In this highlight video, we are at home against the Rochester Americans, which is the Buffalo Sabres farm team. So let's take a look at the highlights.
Johnson shooting it, going wide in the blocker side of Hogberg. He comes loose, Rathbone scores! He banked it off the goalie and in. The defenseman pinching from the right wing side and tossed it off Hogberg and in the back. And his 5th point in game number 16. By Fiddler Schultz to the blue line. Wahlberg, Metza scores off a stick in front, and it's a power play goal. And Rochester leads the game by a couple now. And it looks like it's going to be Joshua who gets it, his 3rd of the year, and his 6th point. It's Terry moving in. Terry, pass. Warren fires. Saved by Levi. Rebound. Scores! Facing on the doorstep. His 1st of the year. That's a response. That's the response they wanted. Hogberg with a huge save on one side. It comes down on the other. Terry sends it across, and Thiesing won't miss from there.
Thiesing got back into the lineup last night, and he's been tremendous since then. An assist last night, a goal tonight.
Here's a break now. Highmore moving in with Gatcomb. Highmore fires, save Levi. Rebound, scores! Cole puts it in, and it's 3-2. That's his 50th point in the AHL. In much the same way the first one went in. A rebound, a juicy one. And they slip it past Levi, and the crowd loves it. And it's cut off by Marshall Warren. Now they get to center ice. Gauthier marching in. Gauthier holding. Gauthier shooting. He scores! Ties the game. What a shot. Welcome back to the lineup. Julien Gauthier with an absolute beauty of a goal. Short-sided in. Oh, baby. There walks, holds, pass, Hellenius, shooting, scores! He went low, stick side, and found the back of the net for a 4-3 lead for Rochester. At exactly the 11-minute mark. The bench was standing thinking maybe that was the goal. Ripped down the ice to the empty net, they score. There's 65 seconds left. And I believe it's Wahlberg who gets it.
So Bridgeport would lose 5-3 in this one to give themselves a 3-game losing streak. Cam Thiesing would score his 1st goal of the season from Chris Terry, his 3rd assist, and Marshall Warren, his 5th assist of the season. They had bounced back in the 2nd period with 2 goals, with Mark Gatcob his 3rd, Matthew Highmore his 8th assist, and Marshall Warren his 6th assist. And Julien Gauthier, his 1st goal of the season, and Marshall Warren, his 7th assist of the season. And then in the 3rd, Rochester scores 2 goals to finish it off as a 5-3 win. Consta Heinonen, Helenus would have the 1st star with 1 goal. Jagger Joshua would have 2 goals in the for the 2nd star, and then Marshall Warren would get the 3rd star with 3 assists. Leading in shots would be Marshall Warren with 6. Marcus Holberg would get the loss with 33 saves on 37 shots. They did get more fans this game. They got 4,378. And we would go Rochester would go 2 for 3 on the power play, and Bridgeport would go 0 for 4. Rochester outshot them 38-26. They had 18 shots in the first period. My lord. So if we take a look here, they didn't play, or they went 0-2 against Bridgeport last year. They're 0-1 this year. Let's take a look at the standings. If we go by conference, we are 11th. We're 5-8-1-1. We're basically 7 points behind a playoff spot. So they gotta start getting some wins. If they want to catch up and make the playoffs. But that's it from there. You know what? Let's take a look at player stats for the team. So we have Cole McWard, defenseman, leading the team with 3 goals, 8 assists for 11 points. Mayhew has 1 goal, 10 assists for 11 points, tied for lead. Joey Larson has 7 goals, 3 assists for 10 points. Alex Jeffries has 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. And then to finish out the top 10, Matthew Highmore has 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. So hopefully we can do better. For goalie wise, Marcus Holberg is 3-5-2. Parker Gahagen is 2-3. So hopefully he can get his goals against average down a bit. And hopefully we can turn things around. But this is Hamilton Sports Central and Rick speaking, and have yourself a great rest of your day.